This is the Tom Bigby Tales podcast. I'm Shannon Evans, and I write about a small town in Northeast Mississippi called Columbus. Let's dive in today's episode. The CVB owns two allegedly empty buildings, the Elks Club building and the Musselwhite Building. Each building has significant square footage, yet Carpenter has rented two rental spaces at $288 per month. One rental unit is 10 by 25 and the other is 5 by 25. What's even more concerning is no employees or board members have been inside the storage units or knows what could possibly be stored there. Is it her own personal items? Is it unused or unsent CVB marketing materials? We just don't know because there's such a lack of transparency in this building. Why do they even need a storage rental with over 5,300 square feet available in that empty Elks Lodge alone? The Musselwhite Building has over 4,000 square feet of space. That's over 9,000 square feet of space that they could be storing those things in. What are they storing offsite and why there? Is the CVB paying to store the director's personal items? A life-size Santa maybe? A sleigh and 8 reindeer? What in the world is going on? Digging deeper, what is going on at the Elks Club building that it has line items on every budget for office supplies and fairly high utility bills in an empty, unused building? The Elks building was built in the early 1900s at the height of fraternal organizations. It's understandable that the pipes need protecting in winter, but if the building is unused, it would seem the water could be shut off, the pipes could be drained, and then no AC or heat would be required for an empty building. The research team at Tom Bigby Tales has jokingly speculated there must be a significant grow operation in that basement. But seriously, the Elks Club has been and continues to be a significant money pit for the CVB. With 4 properties to maintain, the CVB is starting to enter into the realm of real estate collectors. As the Elks and former Musselwhite Building continue to sit and decay, the CVB appears to be approaching slumlord status and risks being placed on the mayor's derelict buildings list. As one person has commented online, pay no attention to the falling gutters. We have lovely topiary out front. And while on the topic of real estate, let's discuss the 2016 deal to roll debt together. It was announced in December 2015 that the CVB purchased the two spaces, the Musselwhite Building and the Elks Club, for the overinflated price of $650,000. $450,000 in cash and $200,000 in donation from the Loftus family. Yet in March of 2016, 3 months later, a land deed is filed in the Lowndes County courthouse, where apparently the condo debt and debt for the two Elks Club buildings are rolled into one lump sum with a balloon payment at the end due in May of 2021. Clearly, another loan must have been secured, as the CVB currently has a sizable loan payment each month to Regions Bank. However, no new land deed is showing in the courthouse records. What is more interesting than that are two strange omissions on the 2016 paperwork. In the county records, the CVB owns 2 parcels in the original purchase. Parcel 1 is the old Musselwhite Building that sits on the corner of Main and 3rd Street, which is appraised at $37,000. Parcel 2 is the Elks Club property, appraised at that time as roughly $100,000. On this land deed for the loan, the Musselwhite property is not included in the indexing instructions or in the attached exhibit, and none of the legal descriptions include its description. The condo is for the purpose of this deed included as parcel 1, and parcel 2 is only lot 2 in square 1 north of Main, the exact legal description of the Elks building and not inclusive of the Musselwhite Building. Why is the Musselwhite Building missing from the transaction? The second question related to this deed is the signatures on the document. The document was prepared by the board's former attorney, Chris Hemphill, but the only CVB signature on the document is Carpenter's. This is curious because all CVB agreements take 2 signatures. The purchase of the condo has 2, as does the Elks' original purchase. This land deed is only signed by Carpenter. Was this board approved? Is it even something that the board is currently aware of? It is a curious state of affairs. And where is the land deed for the current loan? Where is that agreement, and why did the board's attorney not file it in the courthouse? Or is it there under a different name and not under the CVB? Another trip to the courthouse is clearly required, as well as a trip to the bank to ask more questions. Where is the deed for the Musselwhite Building? Where's the updated land deed showing Regions Bank and all 3 properties? Why is nothing ever transparent where money and Nancy Luke Carpenter are concerned? Now that the CVB board is considering selling the Elks Club Albatross, as the Children's Museum appears to be another Carpenter pipe dream, how will Carpenter try and spin this? The absolute waste of taxpayer dollars to maintain the empty building for 8+ years, not to mention large amounts of grant money that has disappeared in that building with absolutely nothing to show for those investments, is yet one more example of the incompetence and mismanagement of funds by the CVB director. The Elks Club brings no tourism or tourist dollars to our town and merely sucks the town dry of more tax dollars. Carpenter and the Elks Club need to go in order for the CVB to regain its focus on its core mission, attracting tourism. It's time for the CVB to get out of real estate acquisition and focus on making this town's Convention and Visitors Bureau a tourism-focused entity.